I know all of these and I don't know how to say them in words. I know about football, but I only watch Patriots games.
I feel like I know football pretty well. I should. I played football.
I'm definitely like a Niners/Packers fan.
I grew up in Orange County and our team was the Rams and then they left. So like it was hard to be a football fan.
Pretty much every fall weekend I reserve for as much football as possible. The Trojans are a big part of my Saturdays.
I got some confidence. I think I could define some weird football terms.
I think I'm gonna score a touchdown.
Oh, shit.
10, the 5, the 0.
The nickname for the territory inside the
Last 20 yards before the end zone.
Red zone. I thought you meant the end zone.
You said red zone a couple times, bro.
So horse collar tackle is when you grab someone by
The neck of their jersey.
And you drag them down. Yes.
That was it.
Football team.
Where the quarterback gives the ball to the receiver, but the wide receiver acts as the quarterback.
So the Wildcat is a formation where instead of the quarterback, a different player takes the snap.
Wrong! I didn't know it either, though.
You're a real Wildcat.
Yeah.
One of the defense tackles the quarterback.
Before the quarterback gets to even throw the fucking football.
And then you know what happens after a sack? You do dance. A player on the offense who sort of does a combination of receiving and blocking.
An offensive player that lines up on the line of scrimmage, I think.
He can either block or catch, but generally when they do catch, it's pretty short, so that was...
That was sort of right. Quarterback yells out what the play is going to be, like when Peyton Manning yells out Omaha.
That's almost the whole thing. It's changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
An audible is a middle finger to the coach.
Literally, that's what it is, yes.
What the fuck are these words,
Okay.
you guys?
When you folded up a triangle in school and you kicked it through someone's hands like that.
I just know that the ball doesn't cross the line of scrimmage. It's not a forward pass.
All is snapped to the quarterback. He hands it off to like either a wide receiver or running back, like they're going to do like a run play or something like that. That player acts like a quarterback though and throws the football to an open man.
There's a million variations of it. They can hand it to a running back, they can hand it to a receiver. That player can then throw the ball, or they can give it back to the quarterback to then throw it. It's supposed to trick the defense.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard any of these words in my life before.
I know how I did. I got one of these right.
Because I'm such a dork and watch so much of it, most of these questions were reassuring to know the answers to.
I guess I got to go study that rule book.
Fight on.
Nope. Just forget that just happened.
I feel like doing like a post-sack dance.